come to help me to shine brightly. I'm a diamond in the making, even if I'm tucked in a dark corner. Find your diamonds in dark corners. Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to the next normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. My voice is coming back. It goes in and out a little bit. Thanks for all the messages yesterday on our discussion yesterday when we just don't feel we have anything to offer and we're on reserve. I think every one of us have been in that position or might be currently feeling that. And so there is a request for me to kind of go more into this topic, into this possibility of how I can enjoy my life or how I can restore the energy in the soul. I thought about it yesterday. And I thought about the times when I was burning the candle on both ends. And it was like I had no self-mastery over what was going on around me. And everything outside of me had control over me. And yet they all seemed so important that I had to do them. And that if I didn't do them, then who would? Have you been there? When you felt like, if nobody's doing it, I have to do it. It's not my standards. And then you'd have to make yourself find the will. And if you've ever noticed your energy when it's low, your body moves differently. You walk heavier. You plump down in a seat. You eat fast. You are always hustling or rushing as if you're trying to get to a place of rest or comfort. But you never do because the pattern isn't supporting that part within you. Have you ever been in that position? They say burning the candle at both ends. It's like you just can't seem to get out of that vortex. And yesterday I offered some steps, moments that you can find solitude, quietness, go for a walk, look for the strengths that are in you. But I emphasize the importance of paying attention to the small acts of good, small acts of kindness that you could do for the self or for others. And yesterday when I was walking around the property, I thought about this point too. It's so interesting how realization will occur when you're leaving, like your car, walking to your door. There's something stirring in your mind, right? You felt that. And as I was thinking about the topic yesterday, and was thinking about my life, and was thinking about yours, and about the condition of our world, I kind of wonder about these things inside of you. There are so many people in the world doing good. Why are they tired? There are people who are they're feeding the homeless. They're working in governments to help people to be stronger, to offer enough opportunities for people, and at the same token try to find ways to motivate people. There are people who are going to jobs that they like, and they come home to take care of their families. There are people that are doing good in the world, and why is it that souls are getting exhausted, stressed, confused, unhealthy, ran down, that maybe they go to drinking, they go to vaping, they go to smoking, they go to having one-night stands, they go to just being totally alone and not wanting to be with anyone. There's like an imbalance in the system. Something is showing us that something's not fully intact. And so what do we do and how do we handle it? So there were two words that emerged, and I wanted you to think about them for yourself today. And I thought of faith and trust. Give me 1 second, huh? Faith and trust. Just sit with those two words for a bit. Faith and trust. I'm going to need water. Okay, so when I said faith and trust, the faith that things are going to eventually just move into the direction that you were visualizing in your head. And I'll tell you this, however you're visualizing it here, it won't feel the same when it actually comes to reality. It never does. Never does. And then there's trust. Trust is connected to your intuition, feeling. It's got to be okay. There are two words. Faith is connected to your knowledge, your information, the things that you know. 1 and 1 is 2. If you've worked hard, you believe at some point it's going to pay off. But then trust is, maybe I just sense something is about to give for me. I trust something's about to open up for me. My trust says the right person will come, the right opportunity will come, or I trust that I'll be able to rebound from the way that I'm feeling or where I'm going. I want you to just focus on these two words. I have faith that it's going to somehow fall into place. I trust intuitively, I can sense something's about to give, something's about to emerge, show up for me. Now, bring these two words into, I'm going to break it down very, very simple. How do I recharge myself when there's so much energy from the soul coming out? I don't know if Santosh can show a picture of the brain or for me, or just how much stuff we've got going on in a day. It's a lot, okay? So I want you to imagine the soul is like a full tank of gas. And then you start to use it, whether it's technology, shopping, walking, listening to music. Maybe your physical health is an issue. Maybe it's a relationship problem or situation. Maybe the job is requesting you to have a deadline at a particular date, and then you have to work with a variety of people who are all stressed too to get to the deadline, but they've got also their own issues at home that is pulling their energy. Inside of the soul, not the brain, but there's an energy inside of the soul. The soul is the energy. And the soul resides in the brain. The brain is like the house. The soul is the person. And it's the soul that's handling all of these particular things, but it's sending signals and vibrations to the brain. Thanks, Santosh. And as it's sending all of these signals to the brain, it is having a lot of energies being used. So imagine a full tank of gas. You're driving the car, and eventually the fuel is emptying. And if you don't have a gas station to refuel, you won't go anywhere when you're on empty. So spiritually, when you haven't served the soul, you don't feel like you're progressing in life. Even if you're taking care of the homeless, taking care of the sick, if you're taking care of the family, if you're doing this and doing that, you don't feel spiritually like you're progressing. You know it. You don't feel happy. You don't feel contented. You don't feel settled. You don't feel safe. I take you back to the two words: faith and trust. No matter how many scriptures you read, how many self-help books you read, how many things your friends or family told you to do and not to do, you know 1 and 1 is 2. You know the sun is hot. You've gotten information about the planet, but you've never been there, but you know it's hot. It's a story of 2 scientists. It called a press conference, and they told the press that they're going to land on the sun, that they'll be the first scientists to land on the sun. The journalists were quite confused. They were wondering, how in the world are these 2 people going to land on the sun? It's not even possible. So one journalist told the scientist, Dr. So-and-so, it's impossible for anyone to land on the sun. Do you know how hot it is? You won't even be able to go near. The scientists smiled, and they both looked at each other, and they said, what do you think, we're stupid? We're going to land at night. I love that one all the time. I just have knowledge about certain things. I have the faith of certain things, and that faith will never deceive me. 1 and 1 is 2. It won't be 55. And even though we might be doing everything according to what we've understood to be true and right, sometimes things don't work out. The energy is not making it happen. But I trust it will. I trust it will. It has to. And so faith and trust are very important in focusing on the small things. I can't stress how important this is for you to restore your spirit. It's as simple as approaching that drawer in your office that is always a mess, and you just start to organize it little by little, slowly, with just feelings, As you're organizing the drawer, you're thinking about your life, thinking about areas that you're missing. You're thinking about things maybe you've said or done, or you're thinking about rebooting your attitude in how you approach a particular subject or person. Let's visualize it for a little. I don't feel I have anything to give anyone. I don't feel I have anything to give to my family anymore. It's too much. I'm exhausted. I need me back and I don't know how to get it. I can't run away from everyone. I can't run away from the job. How do I do it? It's as simple as starting with that drawer that is so out of place, where documents and papers and clips and things don't need to be there. They need to be put in place. The moment you just do that little task, something about your faith or trust that gets a little clearer to bring an energy into the soul. I'm just asking you to try it. Folding your clothes, maybe ironing one or two outfits or shirts, sometimes just wiping down your windows, sometimes just reorganizing the fridge, spreading your bed with fresh sheets while you're mindfully knowing this is your meditation. Simple actions, clearing up your space, helping your space to support your well-being, will quietly fuel you. I told you about that little piggy bank. We were putting these little quarters and dimes and nickels and dollar bills, and it had built up to such an extent that it was a good amount of money. And Divya took it to the bank, and the bank woman told her, you can't bring all these coins, you have to do that at home. But she helped. Again, another plug to M&T for being such a good bank. But the point that I'm making is, we're always thinking that we need something big to charge up the soul, but we don't. We sometimes maybe just need to have an intimate moment with ourselves. Just kind of slow is fast kind of energy. Sometimes when you're in a car with everyone and you pass by and you see a beautiful flower or tree or the sky, and they're all talking, but you're just, wow, that's so beautiful. Sunset. And that starts to feed you, because what the soul needs when it feels empty, it needs to feel loved, cared, seen. It needs peace, it needs purity, it needs joy. And those are things that are already in you, but you're not paying them any attention. So it starts with sometimes just small things. A technique that I've used when I do a lot of corporate workshops, I will ask individuals, and I'd like to ask you right now, unless you're watching me on your smartphone, it might be a little tricky, but I'd like you to take out your cell phone, your iPad, or your notebook, and I want you to text to yourself a blessing. Like a blessing like God is giving you. Example, you're a special soul playing a special part in a special place, and you will always succeed and be blessed. You send your blessing to yourself. you send that. And then you press the send button. And as it comes up on the phone and you read it, I guarantee you'll feel like you got some fuel, some juice was sent to you. These little things, these little steps that you need to take with faith and trust that in time, a moment will come, you'll blossom again. And when you do, pay attention to not emptying yourself so fast. Pay attention to what it took for you to get back to your state of feeling full and feeling again. God's love is always there for you. But if you're too distracted and you can't grab moments to feel it, if you don't have that faith or trust in the energy of God's love, you won't feel fueled. When you look at the sunset and you feel that love, God just smiled at you. And you organized that drawer that was a mess. He's smiling as you're doing it because he knows you're feeling better, huh? Keep practicing these things. Little by little, take these tiny steps. All right? Okay, let's do a little meditation. There's an album that I did with Grammy winner Ricky Cage, the Om Shanti album. And this one is just to motivate you. Just keep moving. No matter what it is you're going through, keep moving. Keep moving no matter what. There's a flow. This thing called life. It moves us ever onward, upward, forward. Like rivers of water, it keeps moving, no matter what. Over and under and round it flows. Let the currents take you on the journey of life. Simply keep going with the flow. Keep moving, no matter what. It's such a nice album. So happy to have done that with Ricky Cage. He's doing a lot of good work with music and the environment. If you're interested, you can find our album on, I think on Spotify or YouTube. It's called the Om Shanti album, Sister Jenna and Ricky Cage. So hope everyone enjoyed the pointers of today. Those 2 words, don't forget them, faith and trust. Sometimes in the small things you think nothing is happening, but a lot is happening for you, a lot. And there'll come a time when it will all work out. It'll all blossom for you. Just don't forget yourself along the way. There will be tsunamis of events and circumstances that are out of your control. Okay, but in the meanwhile, take care of the little drawer. Take care of the ironing. Take care of these little moments of putting some love in. You have to grab those tiny moments and trust. It's like a pinch of salt in a sack full of flour. It has that much of weight when you capture moments of love or joy in the midst of all the stuff and the chaos around you. Okay? Please. We're all in this together, you know. Whether one of our brothers and sisters are acting up like a fool, and then the other one has to be there to be mature, to handle the family. Whatever happens to me is happening to you. And I think that is so important for all of us to understand the need of taking care of ourselves. I've often said, if everybody takes care of themselves, nobody has to worry about you. And I still say that today. All right. So, Travel Qua, good morning. Lolita, Dinesh, S. Watson. Hey, how are you, S. Watson? Long time. Certified Lady. Part 2, I really hit home. It's so easy to forget how important rest and mindset are when you're pushing yourself too hard. I needed to hear that today. You're welcome, Certified Lady. Hi, Ep Store. I love how this video encourages finding small wins, even when you're running on empty. It's the little victories that can make a difference. It is the little victories that make a difference. It's very, very powerful. Hi, Rank. Nice to see you. Man Mohan. Well, I didn't realize how much my mindset was contributing to my exhaustion. Exactly. I keep telling my crew, we're good people. We're doing good. There's no reason why we should be tired. Ego, attachment is in our doing. That's another segment. I didn't cover that one today. Hi, Suman. Om Shanti. I've been juggling so many responsibilities, ladies, and this video gave me some new ways. Very good, Suman. Hi, Raj. Hi, Jackie. Faith and trust. Yes. This consciousness you live in and create is everything. It gives you the quality you experience of life. Thanks, Jackie. Jackie's coming up with a new movie called Miracles. Look out for it. Tulas Kumari, Ed Robes. Shobha, good morning. Dr. Millie. Hey, long time. Hi, my America Meditating family. Raj, how does one rekindle that energy? I told you. Step at a time. Lilawati, Varsha, Kailas, Angela, Indu, Dr. Lo, hey, good to have you on. Farina Spencer, thank you for your dedication. Good. Jagruti, Kushali, thank you all so much for joining us today. Again, it's always a thought away. It's all up here. How you want your heart to feel, your relationships and people. Tomorrow I have a very special song that was done through AI. We don't have time today, so I won't be able to play it. But tomorrow I'm going to play it for you. It was amazing. But I just want to emphasize Value your tiny moments. Value them. They'll restore your spirit. Om Shanti. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Let us examine a few ways to handle criticism. Firstly, check to see how much truth there is in the criticism. Don't dismiss it lightly or angrily as being foolish. Secondly, admit to any errors. Thirdly, if you cannot see any errors at that point in time, continue to check because those errors could emerge later on. Fourthly, not only find but correct any errors in your ways. Fifthly, thank the person for bringing the matter to your attention. These 5 steps will help reduce or destroy any barriers. Criticisms are good things. They help us to look at ourselves, to check, correct, and improve. But what about the situation where nothing you say or do seems right? Where there is constant criticism, how can one satisfy such a person? We must first be satisfied with ourselves before we can satisfy others. If we do not yet have the power to quickly change the negative attitude of others, we must at least start with ourselves. Change your attitude towards the one who is constantly criticizing. Adopt a more positive approach. Positive thoughts, words, and actions will eventually bring positive results. You will also need to use the virtues of tolerance and patience. Continue acting in this godly manner. At least God will be pleased with you. Om Shanti.